Let's go. Yo. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast. And that's facts.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tracks on Bears by the Chicago Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Trax Hyde, and today I'm with Chris, the man, the myth, the legend. And today we're diving deep into some of the most electrifying news that could redefine the Chicago Bears in 2025. Buckle up, everybody, because Bears fans, Khalil Mack is reportedly ready to come back to Chicago. That's right. Potentially the return of the Mac, guys. A reunion with the Chicago Bears. He's open to it. That's right. The very man who brought fear to quarterbacks at Soldier Field might be making his way back home. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, let me proudly introduce the man, the myth, the legend to the show, Chris from California. Before we start talking about Jason La Canfora, where he dropped the bombshell on Khalil Mack, let's introduce you, Chris from California. How you doing back there, man? I love the view in the back there. That's nice.
Hey man, this view back here is pretty good. I just wish that's legit from my window. You know what I'm saying? But everything's good. You know what I'm saying? It's a good day. You know, a good day to talk football. You know how it always is.
Yeah. Well, you know, and you came on last night, and you got a big posse over there to take care of. So we appreciate you stepping in when you did last night. But hey, family first, okay? No worries there. We got you squared away. You're getting us squared away. We're talking about some really big stuff, and I had to do my due diligence and bring you on because, you know, I knew this guy, you know, from California was going to be the guy that we're talking about. So I was like, you know what, let's get Chris, you know, and you know my roots from, you know, Visalia area, born in San Jose, so near Fresno is where Visalia is at for all those that are kind of geographically challenged with the California community and all that. But let's get right into it. NFL insider Jason La Canfora dropped a bombshell that Mac is considering. That's right, folks. Our favorite, everybody can dig out and dust away the 52, because the year after we got rid of him and he moved on, I wore the jersey on my podcast, and everybody was like, 50 who? 50 who? Well, guess what? 52 might be back in the building. So let's break this down with some cold, hard numbers. During his first stint with the Bears from 2018 to 2021, Mac was an absolute force, racking up 36 sacks in 53 games, averaging a little under 0.68 sacks per game. So that's 14 forced fumbles on top of that, 6 fumble recoveries, 4 Pro Bowl selections, and 2 first-team All-Pro honors. In 2018 alone, Mack was a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, guys, logging 12.5 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, and 1 interception return for a touchdown. His impact transformed the Bears defense into the #1 scoring defense in the NFL, allowing just 17.7 points per game. The Bears, we went 12-4 that season and clinched the NFC North. That's the kind of game changer we're talking about, folks, in Khalil Mack. But since being traded to the Los Angeles Chargers in 2022, Mack still hasn't missed a beat, guys. In 3 seasons with the Chargers, he's posted 29.5 sacks, 10 forced fumbles, ranking top 10 in QB pressures every season, playing all 50 games, proving his durability and consistency. Now imagine this: Mack returning to Chicago, lining up on one side, and the Bears also going after who? That's right, Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick, baby. If you're going to dream big, right? Reddick has been a terror for offenses, coming off of 2 dominant seasons with the Eagles where he posted 34 sacks over 2 seasons, averaging 17 sacks per year. He ranked second in the NFL in sacks in 2024 with 19 and a half sacks. I think that's what our whole team got last year. 9 forced fumbles in 2 years, making him game-changing plays. Pairing him right next to freaking Khalil Mack. Oh my God. You don't want to talk about Mack's power and experience with Reddick's speed and versatility. That would create an elite pass rush duo in 2024. The Bears ranked just 24th in sacks with 34 alone. That's terrible, guys. We need to get our numbers up. Averaging only 2 sacks per game. Adding Mack and Reddick could easily push us into the top 5 in the league. But here's the deal. Let me return my focus back over to our guy, Chris, about those numbers, about everything. Is it possible? I mean, we just saved ourselves a little over $10 million, cutting 2 guys in yesterday's news. I don't know if you guys have heard, but we recently released our tight end, and then we released our defensive end, and that saved us $10 million, So now that right there, you put that with those 2 guys, and could that possibly happen, Chris? Is that something that interests you?
Oh, definitely interested me. Actually, there's one thing the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles have shown me these past couple years. You
Yes,
can't
sir.
have too many pass rushers. Can't
No.
have too many. You need a rotation to get after the quarterback. And when you look at those 2 teams, they built their defenses from the defensive line on back. So
Yeah.
it makes it easier. So where they just have to rush for and drop in the coverage. The more in coverage, it makes it more difficult for a quarterback to find a place to throw the ball, particularly in zone. So it's literally a great deal to have too many pass rushers that you have to rotate in and out. When you have 2 guys like Hassan Reddick, who actually balled out in 2022, and you have Khalil Mack, who just says, "Hey, when I play a full season, I give you 17 sacks. How about that?" That's just you just can't lose with that.
No,
You
you
have 2
can't.
guys that can hit the quarterback at an alarmingly crazy rate.
Mm. And with the versatility and the changing up of everything, and them with Sweat, 3 guys coming in and out, you don't know who they're going to dial up. Obviously, when you look at Dennis Allen, he preferences his back 7 to disguise and always use pressure, right, coming from his front 4. It shows how important it is to have as much flexibility on the line. And instead of spending an umpteen amount of dollars for a guy like Myles Garrett, or you go out, and get somebody else, Bosa, whoever, these 2 guys are proven to be healthy. So, and they've got good numbers together collectively. I mean, we could really do some damage. Is it possible? Yes. Will it happen? Probably not. But we like to, kick the tires on everything. And why not? Because we as fans have to be flexible for anything that could potentially happen. Right, Chris?
Yes, of course. And the thing about it is that this is going to be more beneficial is when you make a contract with these guys, you ain't really going to be tied to them for more than probably 2-3 years. Like Hassan Reddick being 30 and Khalil Mack above 30. That what we got to do is just see if they have how much they have in the tank.
Yeah.
And with that being said, it's like, okay, we got a contract about probably 2 years, and the numbers would be the numbers. But at the same time, if they don't have it, you still have that veteran presence. You still have the guys that know they have that history of getting to the quarterback. And so when it comes to those two particular guys, you don't have to like like by the farm when it comes to both of these guys, but at the same time, you're getting a quality rusher.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. And what does it mean when you see a quality rusher return? You see Khalil Mack return back to a team that he was once on, right? And now he says, "Hey, I'm open to coming back." What does that what does that mean to everybody else? What do you think that spells out?
It spells out the similar impact that he had in the Bears 12-4 season. You starting to get like memories of him being that game record that he was just the last 2 years in LA. He was even worse when he was in Chicago. Guy just literally even if you slid protection to him, slid a double team to him, added a chip, he was still making plays. And on top of it all off, you have a guy like Montez Sweat who benefits from that because he has speed, he has speed to power, and he can actually rush the quarterback as well. Even on 1-on-1s is something you need to look out for when you have a guy like that.
Well,
This
you
this
were you were talking to me. Sorry, I cut you off. You were talking to me behind, in the backstage in the green room earlier. Some pretty interesting stuff that it kind of falls. With so much going on in today's NFL, there's some things that you need to be refreshed on. Let us once again hear about some of the things that you were sharing with me behind, the curtain about how great this guy was and what actually he's known for and what he's done. Hassan Reddick.
Oh well, Hassan Reddick, he actually was the guy that when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl the first time, he was the guy that was tearing it up. When you looked at his best years, when they had that NFC East, NFC Championship win over the 49ers. He was the guy that brought the pain to Brock Purdy. I'll just put it that way, even though it's unfortunate. That's exactly what happened. So
Yeah.
when when you have a guy like that could just come out and have a 17, 16 sack season, that is something you need to be wary of, because if he's under the right coordinator and you have three good pass rushers that are consistent getting to the QB, you can easily look at him and say he can get 6, 7, 8 sacks in that year. So even though he has things that make you worry because the last 2 years it was contract, the
Yeah.
trade, stuff
Yep.
of that nature. If
Yep.
if he feels good in the situation he's in, I honestly do feel like the dude can ball out. The only problem I feel that happened with his career that made it get to a slow start, I don't think that the teams are using him the way he was supposed to be used. They were using him as an off-ball linebacker. Then Arizona finally put him on the line, and then you started to see him blossom.
Well, let's get into that because I'm glad that you said that. I mean, I think that's interesting and worth pointing out. I mean, when you look in terms of that, what that means to us. When you get a guy who goes out, and by the way, really quick, pause. We got over 60 in the building, live across all channels. We got 40 alone in XApp and the rest in YouTube Nation. Make sure you share this video with everybody that's online. Do me a favor so we can grow. Share this video. We're trying to get up to 3,000 subs, and we're going to reward whoever's the most active with a jersey of their choice. I'll even see if we got in the inventory a jersey that's autographed, and just let me know who you want, and I'll send it off to you once we reach 3,000. And we've been climbing, baby. We've been climbing, so we appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like button, turn that noti bell on, all the notifications to all, and share this video with everybody, man. Let's climb it up to 100. Let's get those numbers up, man. It's Saturday. We're feeling great. Bears are doing good. We cut some dead weight. We got rid of a tight end that was lackluster, and we could find a guy. I believe we could find a better defensive end that can have more than, the type of year that was shown. I mean, honestly, I think there's better out there. And guess what? There's not there's going to be more. That's not the end of the moves. I believe Poles is going to do some magic. I think he's really up to something. Look for something big to happen. I really feel like this is going to happen. So, yeah, but like I said, man, I mean, all these guys, they look good. Everything looks great. All the numbers are in play, staying healthy. Pairing Max power and the experience with Reddick's speed and versatility would create a dynamic duo, as Chris once just said. Here's the deal, guys. Under coach Ben Johnson, the Bears are building around rookie sensation Caleb Williams, right? With an aggressive defense with Dennis Allen and an electrifying QB in Caleb Williams. This team is poised to take the North by storm, guys. We're talking about a defense that could average 3+ sacks per game and force turnovers at an elite level. I mean, seriously, guys, think about that. Think about that. Think about the pressure that he could take off of Caleb Williams and the offense, okay? And think about also partnering up our offense and the dynamic weapons that are already in place. And we could potentially get more in the free agency, which I'll talk to Chris and you guys with in a little bit, and also the draft. This could be epic, guys. Hang on to your seats because, listen, Washington, they did not expect to go from fourth, the bottom of the basement, to the cream of the crop. They did not expect to go 4 wins last year to in the NFC Championship. So don't say, why me, why me? Say, try me, try me. You're a Chicago Bear fan, and you got Caleb Williams, and you're ride or die, okay? You're a Bears fan, okay? We got a lot of good stuff going on in the building, and Chris and I are going to unpack that, man. Like I said, we want you to join in this conversation. Leave it in the comments below. We're going to circle back, and we've got a special mock draft in store for you because my guy Chris, he's going to play GM. You guys are going to be in the war room. You're going to be a part of the scout team. Chris is going to listen and hear what you guys got to say. Collectively, we're going to make these choices. We're going to make these matters happen, okay? So like I said, we're on the road to 3,000 subscribers, and we need your support to get here, and we're going to give you that free jersey once we reach our milestone, and all you got to do is be the most hardest working grinder in the building and share this video, be active. We appreciate you. We love you. Subscribe to Chicago Sports Podcast. Share the video with your fellow Bears fans. Turn that noti bell on so you don't miss a minute of Bears coverage. Now, let's get into it, okay? Before we end today's show, we're going to do an interactive mock draft, okay? Like I said, Chris is going to be the GM. You guys are going to be in the war room helping him out. We're analyzing the top prospects for 2025. We want to know who you think the Bears should pick up. Drop mock draft predictions in the comments, and let's build this future for our team together, guys. Now, is there anyone else, Chris, besides Hassan Reddick, besides Khalil Mack, that you're interested in getting?
Off of what I've seen, the only thing I would only really want is to bring Keenan Allen back because he clicked with Caleb Williams. And he also provides that veteran presence. But that was really about it for the most part as far as free agency. I would love to see about if the guard from, I believe, Trey Smith actually leaves Kansas City, but I don't think they're going to let him go. Outside of that, it's not really a lot to go from my perspective because of the simple fact that the two places we have to get better at is in the trenches.
In the trenches, right? So, hey, let me ask you a question. With that being said, would you be okay with us just totally in the draft, just going after trenches and nothing else? Would you be okay with that? Would you be mad?
I have no problem going for the trenches. I would say for like the first 2-3 rounds, get somebody for the interior, get somebody for the edge, on either side. So you can go for a guy that can stop the run as a defensive tackle, but at the same time you can go for guard, tackle, and just build from there. So everything outside of that, if you need more depth, yeah, then go for it. Like
Yeah.
linebacker, we have also issues with the safety,
Yeah.
and just get. I mean, corners were good, but linebacker, safety, see what we got going on at running back, stuff like that.
Yeah. So that would be towards the end, right? Is basically what you're saying.
Oh yeah. The latter part, probably third to fourth round, depending on the picks we have left.
So the
Because I'm
first
pretty
three
sure I
picks
think a
you'd
trade's going to
focus
go down. I
first
really
three
do.
first three picks you'd focus on trenches, maybe hit the trenches a little bit later on, but in between sprinkle some other stuff. That's kind of what you're looking at, Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, this draft in the trenches is heavy. Pun intended. But
Right, yeah,
but
I like that. That's good.
there's a lot of guys in that draft that can move, that can push the pile and move the pile. If you get what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. But yeah, so I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think a lot of people out there agree with you. Now I hear a lot of people say, and you see this a lot. Before we move on to our mock draft, once again, thank you guys, everybody, for showing up and showing out. We've got over 40 in the building on XApp, and we've got over 20 in the building on YouTube, and that one person out there on Facebook just holding it down, man. Holding it down. We appreciate you so much. What's up, Erica? How you doing? She says she likes Trey Smith, Mack, Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, and Drew Dahlman. Those are her key targets. Is there anyone on that sheet that Erica has that interests you?
Josh Sweat is interesting because Josh Sweat has just been consistent. He has been consistent the past couple years. Even when Hassan Reddick was going on his tear of getting sacks of that one particular year in Philly. The thing about it is, you have a guy that consistent. You can project that he's going to be a reliable guy that can come in with about at least 7 to 8 sack type of year. Actually showed out when it came to the Super Bowl. And that's another guy that I would just be like, I would happy to have him because he could use power, he could use speed, and whatever he could push the pocket, get around the edge, whatever you need him to do. And Trey Smith is another one that stands out to me. I'm just hoping Kansas City somehow drops the ball on that one and he can come over here.
Well, I'll tell you what, they got to increase that cap space too. It wasn't just the NFL says we're just going to increase the Chicago Bears only. So, they might get creative. They might try to move some contracts around and figure it out because, listen, as you heard on our show the other day, people are potentially looking at backloading contracts because they're going to start setting the Nielsen. Listen, these smart TVs, they're actually going to start using them to analyze data because the new generation of followers are streaming a lot of and watching games and consuming those, over what do you call it? Streaming. They're watching the games via stream. So they're going to have to reset this. That'll reset the contract or the market, and the revenue is going to skyrocket. It's going to go way up, which means in terms of that, what does that mean? That means there'll be more cap space available. There'll be more money. So you're going to see that soar. So if you're a smart GM and you know it's coming, you're just going to go ahead and backload your contracts. Guys, hey, listen, I got you covered. I'm going to take care of you. Give me a year or two. We are really going to make your money look good. Let's just get you in the building now, and we'll take care of it. You know what I mean? I think that's what we're going to see. I think that's what's going to happen. And listen, I don't see why the Chiefs wouldn't do their due diligence and keep that guy. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. You got to have a plan B and a plan C. Do we really want him? Yes, we do. Now, if he is going to, and what they're saying though, Chris, is he's going to set the market for the guards. So if he's so high, that might actually take some flexibility away from the Bears if he does fall to us and the Chiefs say, you know what? We've already got a lot of money tied up. And that guy that got Rookie of the Year for Worthy, that receiver, that rookie receiver, I'll tell you what, at some point you're going to have to pay him. You're going to have to pay a lot of people. You already paid, Patrick, in those numbers, I mean, you win 2-3 Super Bowls, everything goes up. You know what I'm saying, Chris? It's going to be real interesting to see what happens with that guy. As much as I'd like him, I think it's just the easy name for everybody to, and the media is just driving us to really talk about this guy. You got to have other options because I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure if that's I have to go get that guy for Ryan Poles. So we just got to be ready for both. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I definitely understand it, but I also see it this way too. We have something that Kansas City doesn't have. We have the quarterback who's in his rookie deal
Right.
that we feel is that dude. And so when you have that, there's a lot more. You could maneuver better when it comes to the cap space. And for a guard that's at the market, it is not. It don't get me wrong. It takes up a lot of money.
Yeah.
Any position on the line, especially when you're one of the best at it. When it comes time for contract time,
Yes.
yeah, that's going to eat up a lot of cash. But at the same time, you don't have a lot. You have a lot to actually deal with because of the simple fact that your quarterback's still on a rookie deal. So when you have guys like that, you can either go for a long contract, but then you can also set it up, but you're backloading it or front loading it for the next 3-4 years when Caleb is still on the rookie deal. If they choose to exercise a 50-year
Right.
option.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. And that's what is great about this situation. There's a lot of flexibility. And all we're saying, folks, is we got over 80 in the building. Let's get it up. Let's get over 100, buddy. Let's get over 100. We can do it, Chris. Everybody share this video. Go out, open the doors. Tell the neighborhood that Chris and I are freaking here. And Chris is the reason why we're bringing the heat waves into Chicagoland, man. He's from the sunny state of California. Let's get that 100 in the building. We've already got 90. Do I hear 100? Do I hear 200? Let's go. So, yeah, like I said, I agree with you, Chris. That's a great it's a great thought. And I do like the fact that he's 25 years old. He's played 67 out of 68 games. I don't know about you, but I've called off at least one time and made it look pretty and labeled it a vacation day for me, So I looked good, but it was really 67 out of 68 games, freaking 650 snaps. The guy's amazing, dude. He's ridiculous. Hasn't allowed a sack in God knows how long. He's just a force to be reckoned with, man. But Erica over here says, hey, what's up, Sean Lugo in the building? Berlismo, what's up, buddy? He wants a left guard. Erica says, not a huge fan of Reddick. Hey, I like I said, like Chris said earlier, I think we were all Reddick fans when he first came out, and we really saw what he did 2 years ago in that Eagles and Chiefs first Super Bowl. But he said maybe he's not being utilized. Maybe he's just not being utilized. And under the right, hands, he could do good. And I kind of agree with him. And I think Dennis Allen, listen, if we get a guy, we got over 90 now. If we get a guy in the building, I really think that Dennis Allen is going to have his say. And here's the problem with Eberflus. Not that I didn't dislike the guy, but he was already on his way out for the Colts. And in rare form, the old Bears, not the new Bears, right? Because we're not letting our past history define who we are today or in the future. We've already made those changes. Chris and I know that just by seeing what they've done this year with the coaching staff. I mean, they've brought in some dogs. They brought in a lot of guys that are former players and hadn't been that long ago. So these guys can relate to modern day current players right now. And because they were just there not that long ago. And these guys will hold you accountable. Al Harris, Antoine Randall, Eric Bieniemy, all these guys are going to freaking get in your face and make it happen. So this is great. I think if you got a guy in the building like Hassan Reddick and Dennis Allen signs off on him, I think that we're going to be okay. No matter who it is in a Bears uniform, I think we're going to be in a lot better place than we were last year. And listen, we cannot forget, Chris, and I know you haven't, it wasn't that long ago when we were seconds away from having 5 wins. I mean, dude, we were 4-2. We were almost 5-2 until the colossal mishap. And I firmly believe if we had the right leadership and keeping these men accountable instead of trying to be their friend, we could have really kept it all together and had a lot better year than we did. Would you or would you not agree, Chris?
I, for that, I believe it's part of the accountability because a lot of the things that happened last year, it was penalties, it was like mistakes that always set us behind schedule. But
Yeah.
not only that, it was also what you've seen in like late in games. There was a attitude of not trying to lose the game instead of attacking and saying we're going to win this game. There was in the back end, you see a lot of coverage, rushing three and then rushing four. It made you wonder, like, what is this team trying to do? Are they trying to win or just
Yes.
not lose? And then
Right.
it's a mentality thing. It's not something that it's like, oh well, it's something where your whole mindset's different.
Yes.
One is scared of losing, the other one's out to win it. And you could
Yes.
just see that in the play calling. And that's the one thing that got me. It was particularly in the Minnesota Vikings game. It was like, what are we doing? We're just hoping that coverage makes this work out, or are we going to attack Sam Darnold and try to get this W? But
Nice.
that those are the things that I believe that are going to change. You have a guy like Dennis Allen, you got a guy like Ben Johnson, and these guys are going to attack you every which way they can. Whatever is best for their defense, whatever that gets the best out their defense, they're going to aim to do that week after week after week. And we
Y-
have the talent to do that, and we're reloading on talent on top of that. So
Yeah, so what I'm hearing from you,
yeah.
what I'm hearing from you is that we almost already have the talent in the building. We just needed to work some things out, hold guys accountable, keep guys in the guardrail, keep them focused. And, a lot of it has to do with the players. But here's the deal: a lot of guys on the defensive side of the ball were brought in because of Eberflus. He had a big impact on that. So the minute you get rid of that guy, you're wondering if you're on your way out too. It changes a lot of stuff. The culture was broke, but you get a guy. Listen, Eberflus was a type of friend guy. He did not empower people. He did not, show discipline or use discipline or anything like that. But then when you flat out get rid of a guy in the middle of the season, it creates some ripples. And I think from there, that fracture really got bigger and made a huge, huge hole. Moving forward, I really feel like this is not going to happen again under what's going on right now. There's too many dogs in the building. It all starts from the top down. I think it's a whole different look. So anything moving forward with better, players, because we already got the accountability in the building now. We've got disciplined coaches and all that stuff in the staff. Now with these type of guys that we're talking about, and now in the chat, Montana Shy says, what about Judon? If he doesn't sign with Atlanta, what about Judon? Is that somebody you'd be interested in?
That would be an interesting signing. It just for me, it'd be how does he look coming back from the shoulder? Even though with the whole trade to Atlanta, I believe it didn't work out as everyone kind of hoped because
Right.
the dude's a baller. Dude can ball. Even in New England's worst years, he was one of their best guys, especially on the edge. So when you look at a guy like Matthew Judon, he could be a bit of a game wrecker too. He does flash that star potential or star power that he has to actually make some plays in the game and show up big. So if there was no Hassan Reddick, I would say a Matthew Judon would be one that I would like to have.
Yeah, I think they're coming up with some good ones, don't you? And Sean says, Sean Lugo, shout out to Sean Lugo. Um, he's on 4 Star. He's also a part of our Chicago sports podcast. He says, I'm okay with Reddick on a friendly team deal. The staff is legit. So yeah, man, that's reassuring to know that he's also interested in him too. Look at this. Erica says, what about Alaric Jackson? How do you feel about Alaric?
Let me Alarica Jackson. I don't know. It's not ringing bells to me at a particular time. You got to give me a little bit of insight on that one.
Yeah,
Larrick and Jackson.
yeah, I agree. Hold on. My board is like freaking out right now. I don't know what's going on. That's what the chimes keep coming in. It's like a random chimes. Like, what are you doing? We got over 90 in the building, man. Shout out to you guys, man. This is great. This is great. My dog Mackie is
Mm,
named AF.
Larrick Jackson, left tackle for the Rams. Huh. I honestly would look into that because even though the Rams had that struggle that last postseason game,
Yeah.
I can honestly say that the line for Matthew Stafford compared to last year, I honestly could believe from my perspective, they actually showed up better than I thought they would because there were several games. My question was the offensive line, and I was like, well, if they can get pressure on Matthew Stafford, it's a wrap. And they've showed up. They've played better this year. I believe probably it's because they were coming into their own. And I honestly want to look into that. I want to look into a Larry Jackson because if you're able to keep a guy like Matthew Stafford going to make another postseason appearance, and that says a lot. And
Yeah.
especially when they didn't have Puka Nakua and Cooper Cup in the beginning of the year, so that means you have to be able to run the ball more. So that means that they were showing more balance. So I honestly want to look into this dude just to give an honest opinion on it, but it's looking promising to be honest.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it is, and he is interesting. I don't know if they let him leave the building with the Rams. I know that they love a high-powered offense, and the one guy that you want to keep is a tackle. I mean, I understand that, and I do appreciate that. So hopefully, we and you know what though? Here's the thing. Braxton Jones is not terrible, guys. He's middle of the road. He could do a lot better if you have a guy over there helping him out, and I think that's what they're looking at, in terms of a left guard. I wouldn't even be surprised if we got a left guard at a free agency to help Braxton over there. And then we'll see what we do over at right guard, putting somebody over there with Darnell Wright. I mean, that's still to be determined. We definitely need to get a new center. I'm not happy at all with their center situation. But Trapakeepa says, my bad. I'm late. Bear down tracks. Hey, listen, bro. You can't rush perfection. We appreciate your hair. Honey Bear says, my dog Mackie is named after Mac 52. Okay, cool. We got over 93 in the building, guys. Over 93 in the building. Yeah. So that's awesome. I love it. Let's get to a hundo. Make sure you share this video with everybody, guys. You guys are awesome. Let's get to 100 before we start our live mock draft with Chris. I also want to say that we have a very special portion of the show carved out for you where we ask 5 big questions. You guys know tracks for this. I love to ask you guys questions. Should the Bears bring back Khalil Mack to anchor this defense once again? Yes or no, folks? Should the Bears bring back Khalil Mack to anchor this defense? Yes or no? Put Y and K for yes, Khalil Mack, or N and K for no and Khalil Mack. Question number 2. Would Hassan Reddick be the missing piece that elevates us to an elite pass rush unit? Right. YH for yes, Hassan, or NH for no for Hassan? Yes or no? Question number 3. Which free agent would have the biggest impact under Ben Johnson's leadership, Mack or Reddick? Which free agent would have the biggest impact under Ben Johnson's leadership, Mack or Reddick? M for Mack or R for Reddick for question number 3. Weber Fang says nothing. Weber Fang wants Parsons, I think. And Trapakeepa doesn't want Heretic. Neither does Paul. I guess this is somebody. We got over 95 in the building. 5 more, guys. Let's get 5 more. Share the video, guys. Share the video. We got 60 holding it down on XApp. We got almost 40 holding it down on YouTube. Let's get this. Share these videos to everybody. Everybody says M for Mac. Everybody wants Mac back. They want return of the Mac, man. Let's get him back in the building. Except Montana Shy. He says neither. He wants neither of them. So, question number 4. Should the Bears go all in on defense, or should we focus on protecting Caleb Williams with offensive line investments? Or can two things be accurate at the same time? Can we focus on defense and protecting Caleb? Is that a possibility? I think we have to, but that's just me. That's question number 4, guys. That's question number 4.
Yeah, I honestly, when I looked at the guards that was up for a free agency, 2 guys for me stood out. That was Brandon Sheriff, and even though this man is up in age, he still manages every year to have a great year as a pass blocker. Kevin Zeitler, even though he's up there, I ain't gonna lie, like he's like what 35 to 37 years old or something like that. He always puts in a good season as a pass blocker, and then on top of that, when it comes to protecting the quarterback, he improves the line that's around him. So I honestly think that that's someone also that can be that type of dude to get the line, get the ship get the ship right as far as the offensive line play is concerned. And he's one of the guys that played for Ben Johnson last year, so you can tell like he's one of those guys that he could be like he knows what he's looking for as far as offensive line play.
Everybody, we got over 100 in the building.
As I show more of my forehead.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, we appreciate your golf claps too, buddy, for sure, man. You're the real deal. You're part of the reason why we've got over 100 in the building. That's for sure, man. So, yeah, guys, listen up. Everybody's basically saying that we want offense and defense, both sides of the ball, focus on trenches, all that good stuff. So, yeah, that's the deal. They're trying to work out trades. They're talking about for the right price. They might be looking at Parsons, all kinds of stuff. So, all right, guys, we want to hear from you. Everyone out there, we're building something special here at Tracks on Bears. And this journey doesn't happen without you. Khalil Mack, Hassan Reddick, the 2025 NFL. This could be the dawn of a new era in Chicago football, no matter what we get. Now we got over 106 in the building. Let's keep it going. Let's get the big mo going. We're going to do a live draft with Chris. We're going to do it right now, a mock draft. Let me fire up that mock draft simulator. Chris, keep talking to these guys. I'll be right back. Just hang tight. I'm going to put it in the big show right now, Here we go.
I honestly am excited about what can go down this year. There's a lot of guys as far as when you look at the draft. There's a lot of linemen, man. A lot of edge rushers, a lot of interior D line. Well, a lot of interior D linemen, especially in the first 2 rounds, that you could actually add to this defense because when you get the pass rushers, the next thing you have to really set up for is to stop the run. So that's another concern I believe we have, especially up the middle. So when it comes to that, if you manage to somehow get in Hassan Reddick and the Khalil Mack at the same time, it becomes on the passing down. Who are you going to block? Who are you going to slide protection to? And so when you have that, you have 2 out of the 3 guys that are seen in that defensive line. They're going to get a one-on-one. One-on-ones they usually win. So that's why I'm for Hassan Reddick and Khalil Mack, because when you look at the San Francisco 49ers, one of the things they're going to have every year, pass rush, pass rush, pass rush, pass rush, and you get a quarterback looking at the rush, you got to beat before the ball's even snapped.
Yeah, I agree, man. That's a great point for sure. We cannot overlook that And man, I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. We've got over 100 in the chat. We've got over 107 in the chat. 65 XApp, 41 holding it down in YouTube, and one Facebooker saying, we're not going to take it anymore. Facebook still needs us. I'm standing put. I'm staying in my Facebook lane. No matter where you're metabolizing, we love you. We appreciate you guys. Crooked Commish is now in the building. Crooked's a good guy to talk to. I'm glad he's a part of this draft, and we're getting ready to fire up the mock draft simulator. This is probably our umpteenth freaking mock draft, and we're going to have umpteenth more. So let's get it started, guys. Here we go. We're firing it up. Let's get all warmed up. Everybody, hang on, grab your popcorn, grab yourself a refreshment, and let's get started. Make sure it's extra buttery, too. Here we go. Shedeur Sanders to Tennessee right away. Cameron Ward, two quarterbacks off of the pick right away, man. Right out the rip, we've got two. Hold on a second. Now we've got to trade the Bears with the 10th pick for the Raiders, 37, 42, 68. I don't like that we're trading that far back into 37. I'm going to go ahead and take a pass on that.
Yeah. No, okay. Yeah.
I do pass like Pittsburgh. I do like Pittsburgh's 21 and 52. If they move off 2026 third and we could get a third pick, that might be something to look at. Let's see what we got for the next one. I do not want to trade with Detroit. I feel like they don't have our best intentions, you know. I don't think they're caring about that right now. Oh, man, I just lost us. What did I do? What happened? Am I going to have to fire this thing back up again? I am. I'm sorry, people. Hold on. Let's go for round number 2.
Right. Now that the test run is we figured out that it works. We're going to sit there and try to tear it up from now on. I got you. All right, let's get it done.
There you go. Thanks for covering me. Thanks for covering me. Oh, man, I appreciate that. For
sure. Now you let me know what it really about. You got the trades, too, the potential trades. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go in on this one.
So, and this one's a little different, guys. We got Travis Hunter of Colorado, first pick, and then the next two are quarterbacks for the Browns, Cameron Ward, and then the Giants, third pick, Shedeur Sanders, another quarterback. Obviously, Abdul Carter keeps going to the Patriots. I think they want their edge guy, man, from Penn State. Will Campbell to the Jaguars, Ashton Genty to the Raiders. They can have him. Mason Graham to the Jets, defensive tackle. A receiver already off the board, McMillan, going to the Panthers. And Mikel Williams, edge out of Georgia. I really like him. So now with the 10th pick, let's look at our trade offers. Right now, let's tell you guys really quickly who we have. Let me see. Did I share it? Yep, I shared it. Okay, here we go. We got at the 10th pick, we've got a safety, Malachi Storks out of Georgia, a really nice safety. Cornerback, Michigan. We got Will Johnson, James Pierce Jr., edge out of Tennessee. Tyler Warren, tight end, Penn State. Kelvin Banks, 14. Jacksonville, Luther Burden, receiver, Missouri. Tyler Booker, Alabama at 16. Jalen Walker at 17, linebacker from Georgia. So, yeah, that's basically where we're at. So now let's look at, now that we know what we've got in front of us, let's look at our trades. Maybe we could do something with these trades. Tampa wants 1953 in next year's second. If they moved and gave us something in the top 100 or a little thereafter for that third pick, I'd be interested in that. 15 and 46. Now, that's very interesting from Atlanta. I would definitely take this. That would give us 2 picks in the top 50. We're only sliding back 5. And we could obviously get plenty of guys that I see on our radar right now. Still, I don't really see anybody in the top 10 that's a must-have right now for sure. What say you, General Manager Chris?
That my only question is we lose a shot at two interior linemen. So right. that's my only thing that would really, have me feel cautious on making this trade. You got Armand Membu setting the goal around that area, and a Tyler Booker from Alabama. So there's a lot of offensive linemen, but as far as like, I think the quality of it kind of takes a tiny bit of a dip because the weaknesses start to show up more and more. But as far as that spot we're in now, it's a perfect time if you're getting an interior lineman because those are the two most sound offensive linemen right now.
Right.
And when you look at it from that standpoint, if you're going for interior linemen, yeah, you don't take this trade. But if you feel you can snag something later on, I would say do that for
I think we
those
can.
two
I think
picks.
we can because Chris, we're only trading back 5 spots. We still got that 15th pick, and they give us an additional pick for nothing. We get 46, so we get an extra pick in the top 50. I think you got to take this trade with Atlanta, and the chat agrees. We've got over 3 people
Ooh.
saying right now that we should take this trade with Atlanta. But to your point, once we make this trade, let's focus on an interior offensive line. What say you?
Mm, I got me thinking. I'm like that guy in the office who keeps clicking his pen. I'll ride with what the chat say. I'll take the trade. I'll take
Yeah.
the trade. We're gonna see how it goes. Let's shake it. Let's see what happens.
All right, let's shake.
Because
Let's
if
shake
because
it.
if one of them don't go, then I could pick them then too.
No, yeah, you're right. Okay, so now we got more trades. We've got to do diligence and look at them. The Rams want to do 2690 second year next year, a third second round next year, and a third next year. Nah, I'm not good. I'm good on that. This is too far back with the Eagles. We're rejecting. We're picking somebody. Now this is who we got available. We've got James Pierce Jr. at edge. We got Luther Burden, Jalen Walker, Golden, Membu at 19. I like the offensive tackle Membu at 19 for sure. Let's go ahead and look at that the guards and see what we got there. We
No,
got
from
what's that?
Missouri. Membu from Missouri.
Wyatt Membu from Missouri. Yes, yes, sir.
Mm, that was one of the ones I was talking about.
That's one of the guys you wanted.
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
needed go. We need interior line. Yep, that was a guy.
all right. Let's take a look and see what these guys feel right.
All right. I can understand if someone wants to go interior D line, maybe get another edge because this draft class is actually loaded on the edge presence as far as first round is concerned. Got about 3 to 4 good guys that can honestly go anywhere.
I'm under the impression that I think without even looking in the chat right now that they're definitely going to be okay with whichever offensive lineman. I also am interested in Josh Simmons. I'm hearing a lot of good things about him out of Ohio State. I do like the fact that he's a really big guy from Ohio State. I saw him in the championship, man. The guy is freaking really good, man. Really good. He's very fluid. Uh, he's very dominant, man. He's 6'5", 311 pounds. But I also like Armin from Missouri, man. I like both of these guys. He's 6'3", 332. He's a little bit bigger, and when you're a big guy, you can easily put on 15 or take it off. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I'm with you, Chris. Let's take Membu. I'm with you. Let's take Armin Membu. You good with that? You
Oh yeah,
still
I'm
want?
definitely good with it. Let's go.
All right, let's ride, dude. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go, man. Here we go. Next pick is at 39. I'm excited, guys. How we doing in the chat? How's everybody doing in the chat? We got over 100 in the building. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's get back into the mock draft simulator. Wyatt Millum just got off the board. The Eagles want to trade with us, and I don't think I like that trade at all. Here's what we got left right now. Okay, let's go to all. Let's see everybody that's available. Ooh, Mike Green is at the top of the list, and he's ready to be a Chicago Bear.
And save more on select property. I love a win-win.
Sorry about that. I'm looking at my own list as I go because I can't really see the screen, so I'm looking at all the talent that's up for the first two
No,
rounds.
you're okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're okay. There's nothing wrong with that for sure, man. You gotta see what we got here, buddy. I
I
understand. I
mean,
get it.
I'm not gonna be like David Gettleman and just not use technology to my advantage.
Oh yeah, and you could also maximize that screen too in the middle. You can maximize that. A lot of people don't do that. So here's
All
what we got at
right.
the top. We got Mike Green, Xavier Watts, safety, Harold Fannin, tight end, Bowling Green, Jahad Campbell, Alabama, Shamar Stewart, Edge, Texas A&M, Amarian Hampton. I'm not about that. Milrow, 41, quarterback, Jonah Savannah, the big Samoan from Arizona, tackle, and then
Mm,
another edge, Jack Sawyer at Ohio State.
that's a good one. I think we got two. Do we have two picks in the second? Because
Yeah,
it's
we
hard for
got
me to
two
see that.
picks, 39 and 31. So the Saints are splitting in between.
Okay, 39 and 31.
We could actually trade and see what happens if we trade 39 to 40 with the Saints and see what they'd give up. We might get an extra pick out of the deal to have them move up. That'd be funny.
Um, I 39 to 40. Just drop one spot. How many
Yeah.
picks? How many?
Yeah, drop one spot.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Yeah,
Because I
you're just
want to see where
dropping
they
one
go.
spot. Let's see what happens, So who are we trading with? We're trading with the Aints. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to trade 39 for 40. And let's not get too greedy. Let's see if they'll do 93. I doubt it. We might have to drop as low as 130, but I don't want to drop any lower than that. So we might have to counter twice. Okay, let's see what happens. Trade rejected right out the gate.
Yeah, you're going to have to go on like the 100s, 110s, 120s.
Yeah, but I don't like to start there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to start there. So, but I know what you're saying. I agree with you. Let's see, 111. Let's see if that works out. Rejected. It's all right. We got time. Let's try to. Hey, remember, this is an extra pick. This is an extra pick, ladies and gentlemen. I'll drop as low as 186, but that's it. Hey, they accepted it. Let's go.
There you go.
There we go, baby. All right, let's reject this trade. All right, let's see who's on the board. We still got Mike Green at edge. I think we do need to do our due diligence and go get an edge. I think that's important. We could go look at edges. We got Jihad Campbell from Alabama and Shamar Stewart. Now, I like Shamar Stewart. I think he's the type of guy that Dennis Allen is looking at, 6'5", 281. He's got exceptional blend of size, strength, and athleticism. He amassed 31 tackles, 6 for a loss, and 1.5 sacks in his final collegiate. He's good at both run defense and pass rushing. An explosive, man. Explosive guy. Promising guy for sure.
Ed from Texas A&M, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep, exactly. I think that's the guy that you look and you say, you know what? That's a guy Dennis Allen could utilize. I do like Mike Green. I'm a little concerned that he's playing at Marshall and he's definitely undersized. He's 6'3", 250. To me, he'd almost be a better linebacker if I'm not, So
that's true. I could understand the Mike Green being hesitant when it comes to Mike Green, because actually when he was recruited from high school, he was actually brought in as a receiver, and then he turned in. They actually helped him with a transition into an edge, and also when it came to the Senior Bowl week, during the practices and everything, he showed out. I mean, what he did to the right tackle, I believe, from Oregon. It was trending on social media for a whole weekend. So the kid has the guy has promise. It just you wonder, he has a lower floor and a higher ceiling. So it's more of a boomer bust type of thing wherever he goes at this particular time.
right. Yep. But, after we get past Shamar Stewart, the edges don't get any better. And as of right now, where it stands, all we have left is Armand Membu. But like I said, at the end of the day, we've got 41, 46, 72, 130, 149. I mean, it just goes 204, 235, 242. We got a ton of picks there. We only traded back one and we got 130 out of it, right? So we're in great shape, man. I like what you're doing there, Kamish. Keep up the good work, man. So, like
Yeah.
I said, it's interesting to find out that a lot of people this is the first time I'm hearing this on Chicago Sports Podcast. By the way, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share this video. We got over 100 in the building. And we just heard from Chris, the first time I've heard it, that Mike Green was actually a receiver converted over to an edge. But honestly, I could see him as a linebacker in the NFL at 6'3", 250 for sure, man. Unless they get him up another 15, 20 pounds, that's where I'm looking at. But yeah. So what do you no, I traded Weber. Listen, pay attention, focus, buddy. I traded 39 for 40, pal. Okay, get the facts straight. You are mistaken, Weber. Focus. Stay focused, Weber. We traded 39 to 40 with the Saints and they gave us 110. Okay, pal? All right. Anyway, sorry about that. All right, let's continue. Who are you looking at? Who are you looking at right there? Are you interested in an edge, or do you want to go offensive line again?
We got the offensive line.
Or do you want to go defensive tackle or safety? What are you looking at?
I'm looking at defensive tackle
Okay.
the safety position. I'm trying to see where do I want to go.
At the top, we've got TJ Sanders at 60 and Alfred Collins at 67. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, we have a little time before we go defensive tackle.
All right.
Now, edge, we've got 38, 46, 47, 49, 52, 57. We still got some good edges. I do know a lot of people have been talking about Princely Umalian from Ole Miss. They really like that guy at edge too, and he's at 57. So you got a lot of flexibility if you want to shapeshift into something else, brother.
TJ Sanders kind of stands out to me from South Carolina. He was one of those guys that on the defensive line he wreaked havoc. Very twitchy. The thing that was concerning about him was stopping the run. It's not like a really crazy concern. It was just like one of his things where it's just like, he may struggle just a little bit. I do want to shore up that tackle spot though. So who do we have left at the tackle?
What's that, buddy?
Who do we have left at tackle? Because I kind of want to shore that up. At the time, I say we get the guy from Arizona. Wait, let me check this out. Look into it because we gonna.
For folks that are still wondering what's going on in the chat, you guys do remember that we had 39 and 41, and now we have 41 and 46. Okay, so that's what's going on. We still got 2 picks in the second round, 41 and 46. We got 72 and 130. That's what's going on. All right,
got the tackle. Got the guard, the interior lineman. I was actually looking at out of one of the two, and we got an extra pick out of it. And now I'm trying to see about shoring up this offensive line or build up this rush defense, and then go to the back half because probably the second or third, well, late second, maybe third. I may go to the defensive side of it because we got to shore up that offensive line to keep that defense off the field. Oh, don't mind that. That's my thinking noise. But yeah, I'll go with the offensive tackle from Arizona. We'll give that a shot.
We're gonna go with the offensive tackle from Arizona, Jonah.
Yes, Jonah. I don't want to mess his name up because I know.
Interested in him, Jonah Savali. He's brings versatile power to offense, excels at both tackle and right guard for Arizona. A dominant force at 335, he combines explosive strength with impressive mobility, making him a valuable asset for any team in a need of physical, multi-purpose lineman. I love this pick. This is a great pick. Good job, buddy. Way to win the draft there for sure, man.
Oh yeah. My job's gonna be in the line on how they play though.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, that's one thing. We cannot make them play. We can only pick, right?
Yeah.
So
All
right
right.
now we've got the pick at 46. And right now we got Xavier Watts from the safety out of Notre Dame. I really like him. He fell 12 spots. I think we go get him. We definitely need a safety. And I'm almost wondering if we're looking at Bayard as a cap casualty, honestly, because he's on the wrong side of 30. And if we get Xavier Watts, we could have that guy that could be there. And if we have to shape shift, if something happens to Braxton or not, Jaquan Brisker, we have one guy that has youth on his side. You know what I'm saying?
See, this one for me is kind of a challenge because of the simple fact that you have Xavier Watts and then you also have a Lathan Ransom. But I would go with
We don't have to go at safety. I'm just giving you options, brother.
yeah, but where are we in the defensive line? I need
Defensive line.
someone that's going.
We got Deion Walker, TJ Sanders, and Alfred Collins. Omar Lott and Shamar Turner. I do like Shamar Turner at 84 because our next pick after 46 is 72. I think we could, if we have to, we could at least get Shamar Turner out of Texas A&M. I do like that guy.
But Shamar Stewart? I don't see him drop that.
Shamar Turner, defensive tackle from Texas A&M. Shamar Turner.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so those are
I
your
see what you're
defensive
talking
tackles
about.
available. You also got Deion Walker, but Brian was saying that he lives down in Kentucky, been a bunch of their games, and he's not impressed with them at all. He says he gets beat a lot, and he's very lazy and just not really, he's physically gifted. He doesn't work out and any of that kind of stuff, and yet you kind of see that in his body and body language and all that,
Star talent, not all-star effort is what you're telling me.
Exactly.
So that's not something I would like right now. Give me TJ Sanders. Some A gap pressure would be great. A and B gap
TJ
pressure would be great.
Standers?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's at 60.
60?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about 60.
Yeah, because we're going to pick him at 46, so now we dropped 14 spots. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of that, we still got guys that are 34, 35, 40s, 50s. We get Caleb Johnson at 51. I'd rather get him at 51 and move 4 spots in the other direction than, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying.
I wouldn't mind. We definitely need a new running back. I wouldn't mind Caleb Johnson at all, buddy.
Caleb Johnson from Iowa. Yeah. Iowa backs are they're always one of those dudes that can run. But I think I see a splash or two in this draft class that people are honestly sleeping on. So I'm gonna pass on that Caleb Johnson one, even though it is a very good pick. I think if we got the 3 for the trenches for offense and defensive, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So running back could be the next step, but I want to get that back half set up. So we're good at corners right now.
Guys, you guys need to we got over 104 in the building. You guys need to understand something, okay? You guys keep saying we lost a draft pick. Riddle me this. We had a 39th and a 41st pick. We had a 39 and a 41st pick. How come we have a 46th pick? We got 39 and 46 pick. We have 41 and 46. We got 41 and 46. How did we lose a pick? I don't see it. We'll do another draft after this. So don't worry about it, okay? Let's just focus on what we got right now, okay?
All right, let me see. It's like no,
Oh, he's saying I got 46 from
vertical.
Atlanta. Yeah, I forgot we got 46 from Atlanta, so we did lose a draft pick. But regardless, it's like, why beat that up? Why beat that up? Let's just focus on the draft that we already got. It's fine. It's not like the draft is ruined. We got an extra pick from Atlanta, so if anything, it's a wash. Let's just move forward and pick guys so we can just kind of metabolize what the draft process looks like, you know?
Yeah, it's hard. It's getting hard for me to see because I'm trying to look at it, but I'm like asking you the names you got and stuff like that. But I'm gonna make it work.
There's a part on your screen that you can actually zoom in on the interior of your screen. Enlarge it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's with that, it's like zooming into the actual sheet, and I can't see the whole thing.
Are you on your phone?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That explains a lot. That explains a lot.
Oh, I'm a little new school with a little old school.
What position do you want to look at? What do you want to address at 46?
I want to look at safety.
Safety?
So yeah, I want to see if there's a Xavier Watts.
So you
And
got Xavier Watts at 34, but then you drop all the way down to 66 with Andrew Makuba from Texas. So you could get him later at 72, but he might actually fall. But then you go get Kevin Winston from Penn State at 73, or Lathan Ransom from Ohio State, another safety. You know what I mean? But it drops 30 spots for when if you don't go get Xavier, you drop 30 spots to your next safety. If safety is a major issue for you, if not, and it's just an extra piece for depth, then, you know, focus on something else. You know what I mean?
I'll go Xavier. Well, because I already got the line. I mean, that safety spot is a hole in the defense. I'll go Xavier Watts. I'll take it.
All right,
take
let's
that.
do Xavier Watts. Thank you, man. I feel like we're kind of like stuck in the middle of missing a draft pick and beating that up and trying to get out of this draft hell and moving on to the next spot. So you know what? Do you have I've got an extra what do you call it, tablet here at the house if you need something like that.
Oh, I got a laptop, but thing is that the laptop I'm usually doing these on the phone.
Yeah.
So the laptop's not look. The laptop is I'm trying to catch up with that right now.
Hey, listen, I like this pick. They want to trade us 72 and our next year's pick in the 6th round for their 74 and 141. We're only falling back 2 spots. I like this one. I'm going to take this one. We just took it. All right, now they want to trade us again. This is crazy. We're not doing that. And then now Dallas wants to trade us, and we'll move back 2 spots to 76, and they're giving us 150. I'm taking that one. I like that one. All right, now we're done with all of that.
Yeah, so, 86 and 110. No thanks.
We still got Andrew Makuba. Safety out of Texas. If you want to address safety.
No, I think I will go running back this time because there's a couple guys that could go around that time.
Okay, we got Giddens and Scattaboo. That's but you're going to drop 15 spots for one of those guys.
Okay.
But that's okay. I personally would like Damian Gordon at 115, and our next draft pick is 130. So you could potentially get somebody else in another position. Let's go look at all right now. You got Alfred Collins, defensive tackle, Mason Taylor, tight end, Jaden Higgins, wide receiver, Caton Winston, safety, Penn State, Tate Ratledge from Georgia at 79. I like him. I like him at guard for sure. Tate Ratledge from Georgia.
I would go.
And you still got Shamar Turner there from defensive tackle from Texas A&M.
Trying to think about this because I know that you also have to add depth.
Yeah.
Between spot. And we have our biggest problem is in between the guards and got the left tackle.
I'll be honest with
I
you.
want to get an edge.
I'm just being
I
transparent here.
really
We
want to look
already
at an
got
edge
two.
because
Yeah, we already got two offensive linemen and a safety. We need to address defense again. We have got nobody in the trenches. Nobody in the trenches on the defensive side of the ball, and that's something that you, sir, said that you wanted. We've got nobody in the trenches right now. We got Alfred Collins from Texas available at 67.
Alfred Collins?
Yeah, at Texas. He's
I'll roll with that.
He's 6'5", 313. He's showing NFL potential beyond his stat sheet. He's got all the physical tools, 35-inch arm length, and he's an interior defensive lineman. So,
from Texas? Yeah, take him.
All right, we're going to go get him. So right now we're looking at our next pick. Here's what our next pick is at, guys. We got, so far we got Membo at 15. So Jonas Savani, Arizona, Xavier Watts, safety, and Alfred Collins, defensive tackle. Our next pick is at 130. We got 140, 149, and 150. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 picks coming up, guys. A lot of picks coming up, and we've already done 4 picks already. So that's 8 picks plus 9, 10. We got 11 picks this draft. 11 picks this draft. All right, here we go. Let's resume.
All right, who's the best on the board so far? Trying to see it.
Oh, we've got a little bit of time left. We still got 30 more spots to go.
All right. All right, yeah, still picking out.
Still picking out, yep.
Oh, and it simulates trades. That's crazy.
That's crazy, ain't it, bro?
Yeah, I think about it is I'm busy looking at everybody that's available and thinking about engaging what spots they're going to be at.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I feel old now.
So listen, they got Ollie Gordon available. They got Ollie Gordon available at 127, the running back from Oklahoma State. I like him.
Yeah.
You want a running back still, right, boss?
That's true, but I want to see what the other ones that are available too.
You got Ollie Gordon at 127, Phil Maffa from Clemson, and then you got Damian Martinez at 152.
I'm going to go Damian Martinez.
Okay, that's at 150, so we can get him later. So let's go get somebody else.
You know what? Damian Martinez, 152. Let's see linebacker.
Linebacker?
Yeah.
Okay. You're good on edge, right? You don't need an edge?
We'll look at edge first, then linebacker. Yeah, good call. Because there's some guys that can still ball out
Powell
on this list.
From Virginia Tech and edge. You got Fidel Diggs from Syracuse, Savine Jones from LSU, Kamen Rucker, North Carolina.
I'll take
Joint. What's up?
I'll take Powell from Virginia Tech.
Powell, okay, at 132, that's a good pick. Here we go. How you doing? Keep it moving. We're looking good, man. Good job, man. Good job. And guess what? the Vikings ended up getting Savine Jones, the edge at LSU. Okay, now that we've got that figured out, you want to look at here's the deal. We've also got to pick at 149, but I'm not comfortable leaving Martinez out there for that long. I say we jump ahead of the draft and go get him right now.
That was my sentiment exactly. I was like, yep, now let's grab him.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're thinking alike, man. See, we're starting to connect here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, aside from that snafu with the the draft trade, we've landed all the others, so hopefully we can move on from that. At 149, we have we got a linebacker from Oklahoma, Danny Stutson. We also got another linebacker from South Carolina, Demetrius Knight Jr. And then we got Jeffrey Bassa from linebacker from Oregon. I will tell you this. I do like the linebacker. Let's go look at linebacker since you got me thinking linebacker right now. I like the linebacker, Jack Kaiser from Notre Dame. He was the defensive captain. I think we should look at him if we're looking at the other linebackers also.
Let's look at him and then compare him to the one from not Oregon.
Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so where are we at? Kaiser. 6'1", 227. That's all they say. He's a little light. All right,
Yeah.
so let's look at Oklahoma. 6'4", 243. Oh, I like that better. Danny Stutson boasts impressive density and length on his frame, impressive feel for finding creases to make plays around him, line of scrimmage. We've seen a million athletically gifted linebackers fail in the NFL level because a 4.5 athlete is slower than a 4.8 one, and it takes a half second to process. That's why the Josie Jules of the world have prospects while top 5 picks bounce around proactive squad. Stutson likely won't ever be a game-changing player in coverage, but he has enough juice to survive carrying runners out of the backfield and matching tight ends trying to find holes in zone coverage. So he sounds good in some parts, but then there's some questions there also.
My thing is if I'm a team that likes to apply pressure,
yeah,
he's a guy I would like to get. But the thing is that he's a coverage liability. And if you're depending on your front four to generate all the pressure, you need to be tight in coverage. So I would pass on him.
Yeah.
And look at the other backers we have.
Yeah. I do like this one out of Oregon that I just brought up. Jeffrey Bassa, versatile linebacker, transitioned from safety to linebacker during his tenure. I do like the fact that he could play safety at emergency. Strong coverage skills, fluid hips, quick acceleration, making him effective in man and zone schemes. Bassa demonstrates reliable tackling and shown improvement in his run defense, displaying patience and discipline in his assignments. However,
I'll roll with him.
Yeah, I'll roll with him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get him. I like him over the linebacker from Notre Dame, honestly. So now, where do you want to shift to also? Do you want to look at a tight end possibly? Interested in
tight end, wide receiver. Yep. We see now we here. Now we there. Now we be on that point. We on the same wavelength. I thought of pass catcher as soon as we selected that.
I like this Brinkstool out of Clemson at 140, 6'6", with large catch radius, 240-pound frame, limits his effectiveness as a blocker. He'll need to add physicality to compete against NFL defenders. I do like Jake Brinkstool from Clemson. I really like him a lot. Also, I do like Mitchell Evans from Notre Dame. Let's take a look at him. 6'5", 256. He says leads Notre Dame in 2024 with 3 receiving touchdowns, highlighting potential concerns with passing offense, using his size and spatial awareness to create mismatches. I like it. I think
I like the size advantage. 6'5", 255. And let me look at the receivers before we make a selection because I want to see who's there too.
Okay, yeah, you got Theo Weiss at Missouri, and you've got Kobe Hudson from UCF. After that, we could get a guy at 204 at as another receiver.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Let's grab that tight end from Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, you're going over Brinkston. You want to go with Mitchell Evans from Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, size mismatch. Seems like he could be a good run blocker too.
Okay, I'm just grading out these guys really quick while we're here. Tight end. Okay, here we go. Boom, done deal. And so far, guys, to recap who we've got so far in our draft, we got Armin Membu from. We got a tackle, another tackle, which he could probably go to guard. Armin Savali from Arizona, another tackle. Xavier Watts, safety, Notre Dame. Alfred Collins, defensive tackle, Texas. Antoine Powell Ryland, edge, Virginia Tech. Damian Martinez, running back, Miami. Jeffrey Bassa, linebacker, Oregon. And Mitchell Evans, tight end from Notre Dame. We still have 3 more picks, guys. We've already got 8 in the building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 picks, guys. Wow. Looking good, looking good. All right, here we go.
This is where my GM skills is going to be to the test. I gotta see who I'm gonna get. When you able to get those late round guys that are gems. Oh yeah, that's where you earn your paycheck. So we're gonna see what I can do here. All right. I'm not gonna lie to you here. I'll probably go another back in a minute. But I may look at the wide receiver spot too.
Yeah, it is fun, and we're trying to move it on because we've got over 105 in the building. To go back and forth for a half hour about my mistake, Weber. I don't know if you want me to die on, fall on the sword, or you want an apology. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. But since then, I really feel like we rebounded well. How about you talk about how we've got a bunch of draft picks extra because of some of the decisions that me and Chris have made? I made one error on my computer, and you want to beat me up and say good luck with the chat, and you're bouncing. Like, I don't know what's is worse, your reaction to my mistake in my action, or what's going on here. But I want to move forward, man. I don't like this vibe at all.
Yeah,
I apologize.
We still got a good draft. We still got a good draft. We still making it work. So I'm good with it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm still having fun with it. You know what I mean? Everybody just enjoy what we got going on. If you have different picks, hey, let me know. I understand it. Everybody see different things from different players. I'm all with you.
No. It's not you, Chris. He's saying that I made that mistake on that trade where one guy fell off. I didn't see it right away because I got that extra pick from Atlanta. So it seemed like we still had that second rounder, but we got that from Atlanta. So when I made that trade, I fell out, and we rebounded, though. We rebounded, and we found a lot of guys. So when we do our next mock draft, we run it back right after this one. It's gonna, we're gonna learn from this. We've already done 10 mock drafts. We probably did about 37 last year. So this ain't gonna be our only one that we're gonna turn into, Ryan Poles, and he's gonna shape shift the whole entire future of the Chicago Bears off of what I did or what you did.
Yeah, I hear you.
What position are you looking at 204, brother?
204. Oh man, yeah, the guy I'm looking at is nowhere near there.
You want to look at defensive tackle, or do you want to? We got some defensive tackles available. Or do you want to look at another position?
Receiver, because we have to keep in mind that Allen might not be there next year. Yeah. So you're kind of going to need a guy, if anything, the slot.
You got Kobe Hudson at 205, Antoine Wells at 218, Jimmy Horn Jr. from Colorado at 224, and Ja'Cory Brooks from Louisville at 239. Those are your top 4 right there.
I'm going to go Jimmy Horn.
You're going to go with him?
Oh, yeah. This is around the 4th, 5th round. I'll be like, yeah, Joe Horn's son. Yeah, I'm going to go Jimmy. Yeah. Because he's one of those guys out the slot. He could be a dynamic playmaker. He got the speed. It shows he could be a great route runner. He's even been a pretty good blocker. So you have a guy like that. You can put him in different areas on the field too. Yeah, I'm going Jimmy Horn for that.
Hey, they said the next draft they're asking if we could please go quality over quantity. So yeah, we could address that for sure. I will tell you this, Go. If they do offer up a trade that makes sense and we don't have to, go too far back, which we didn't, here's what happened. The 39th and the 40th pick was so close with the Saints, but I pressed the wrong button, and we would have basically just got an extra pick, just sliding back one, but I pressed the wrong button. Other than that, we would have been fine. So, yeah, we'll definitely address that. I appreciate you, Montana Shy, for sure. Thank you for showing up, man. And please, God forbid, don't make a mistake today like I did. If there's one mistake that you make, please don't make a clerical error on your computer and ruin someone's day. I apologize. I never want to do that. 235, we've already got our receiver in the building. Okay, so here's what it says that we need. We need a guard, an edge, a center, a defensive tackle, and a offensive tackle. I believe we've addressed everything but the center. Let's go see if there's any centers left. They got Gus Hartwig out of Purdue. I do like him. And, if he's just a guy that he's not a plug and play, but you put him underneath somebody that is in free agency, we pick up, at this point, that's kind of where we're at in the draft, if you follow what I'm saying,
Gus, you didn't say Gus Hardwick, did you?
Yeah, I said, no, I didn't pick him, but that's who's on at the top. Gus Hartwig, yeah. From Purdue.
Because that right there sounds like he has pedigree.
We also have at defensive tackle at 231 from defensive tackle from Georgia, we got Nazir Stackhouse. That guy's a mountain of a man. 6'3", 320 pounds, man. Clogs running lanes, disrupts offenses, stand out at Georgia, effectively clears gaps and performs essential heavy work that often goes unnoticed. Dude, if you're talking about a guy that you want at third and short or on the goal line, Nazir Stackhouse is that dude that you put there, and he starts to size up as the years go on.
I would take a run stuff right here.
Right.
I'll go with Stackhouse.
All right.
I'll go with Stackhouse. Wait, that's not the one from Kentucky, right? No.
No.
No, yeah. I need an effort guy. I need a guy that's gonna put in 1,000%. I can't. You can have all the talent you have. If you ain't playing hard every down, I can't have that.
Hey, I would like to go back to back on safety and go grab the dude from listen to this, dude. This guy's amazing. Look at the size here in Glendon Miller from Maryland. 6'2", 196. Versatile, instinctive defensive back with strong ball skills and physical approach to coverage. He reads, plays well, anticipation, jump routes, making him a threat in creating turnovers. His aggressive mentality helps him excel in run support, delivering hard hits and wrapping up efficient and open space. He matches up well against big receivers and tight ends. How about that, dude? That's a good. Hey,
that sounds like a gem, to be honest. When you hear a scouting report like that, the thing you're worried about is because he's a hard hitter, you're worried about his durability. So, right.
But there's nothing in there that says that he's injury prone, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me see.
All right, let's look at other positions too.
Yeah, give me another one you think I would grab, because right now Glendale Miller's looking like that dude right now to grab
I like
there in
Gerard
that particular
Christian
spot.
Lichten from Oregon State.
That I'm gonna go Glendale. I'm gonna go Glendale Miller because the flexibility as far as like where I can like put him, because he could be like a CJ Gardner Johnson guy you could put in the slot and the back safety.
That's it. That's our whole draft, guys. We're done. We're going to resume it, and then we're going to restart it up, but we're going to show everybody who we got. Now, if you were not here for that mishap and that finger mishap of me, you would look at this draft not even knowing that, and you would say, you guys got 11 picks. You got 11 picks. You got Armand Membo from Missouri, which nobody is going to complain about there at all. because he potentially could be a top 10. Jonah Savai in the second round and Xavier Watts in the second round, Alfred Collins in the third round. And then we've got, Antoine Powell, edge, running back Damian Martinez, Jeffrey Bassa, linebacker, Oregon, Mitchell Evans, Notre Dame, wide receiver Jimmy Horn, another defensive tackle, Nazir Stackhouse, Georgia, and Glendon Miller. I mean, this is a good draft. I would not be, 11 guys in the draft. That's great. So I don't know. I feel pretty good about it. How do you, Chris?
There's a lot of places where there's flexibility where you can swap them out and put them in different positions. And, I'm going for guys that I feel would fit the system or the type of coordinators that we have. So even though like some of you may disagree, that was the things I was looking for. It was more like a scheme fit type of thing. How can you fit in with the scheme? Because if it's easier if you just fit in with the scheme, then all you gotta do is just play ball. So that's what I went for. I'm confident what I did. 100% confident.
We still got over 100 in the building. Either they like bad mock draft simulators or they're enjoying it because we still got over 100 in the building. Let's go ahead and restart it. Let's see what's going on. Here we go.
All right, now I'm going to do it a totally different way.
All right, for sure.
I know it's going to go down now. All right.
Yeah, that was your first one. Good job, buddy. So 2 quarterbacks off, a cornerback off, an edge off, a receiver off, defensive tackle off, an edge off. And let's see here, a cornerback off, and then a tight end off with the Saints already.
That means the tight end for Penn State, he's already off.
Did you see our Facebook chat? Our guys that's Brandon and Darius, they're saying that we're doing a good job and there's endless possibilities. The simulator, even though I'm getting beat up in the chat, and some guys are saying that they just want to do mock drafts alone. That's one of our other co-hosts. So at the 10th pick, we've got Will Campbell available, tackle LSU. Ashton Genty still available, running back Boise State. Malachi Stark, safety Georgia. James Pierce Jr., edge Tennessee. Kelvin Banks, 14 Texas. Luther Burden, Missouri. Tyler Booker, guard Alabama.
I'm going to go Will Campbell. Before I went with the interior, now I'm going to go with the outside. We still need we need the offensive line presence.
You want Will Campbell, bro? I do like the fact that he can play inside and outside. That's a pretty smart move. I like that. You want him?
Yeah, I'll take him. Yeah, let's go.
Right. You got Will Campbell. You're in the driver's seat now, boss.
All right. And let me see. Well, I gotta wait till we get there first. I'm going to basically just go down the same line, just in different order.
Yeah, let's try to do. They don't want us to do any trades, so let's just go straight up and get.
Oh, no trade, just picks.
I think that's what it's sounding like. I mean, I don't want to spend too much time over analyzing and any of that. So, yeah. So basically, right now we got Walter Nolan, who a lot of people love at defensive tackle from Ole Miss. Jaden Barron, safety from Texas. And then now you're going to Xavier Watts and Shamar Stewart, Omarion Hampton, running back, North Carolina. What are you looking at 39, bro? I'll be honest with you. If I could lead the witness, I would take Walter Nolan, defensive tackle at Ole Miss, because that guy he's 6'3", 293. Walter Nolan's high upside talent with flashes dominance, but struggles with consistency. He is best. He's disruptive force, overwhelming quarterbacks and ball carriers. He can also disappear at stretches. That's the only thing with Walter Nolan that worries me about disappearing and having a step too slow, you know?
Yeah, but so here's the thing. I'm not really looking at him in that particular. There's a different. I'm thinking interior D line, but I'm thinking of a Derek Harmon from Oregon. So let me see.
Harmon's gone.
You already got taken?
I believe so. Let me go double. I don't see him. Yeah, he got taken 29th from Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, okay. I'm going off of different.
So you drop all the way from 29 to 50 with Deion Walker.
Oh, okay. All right.
You drop 21 spots to the next defensive tackle if you go get a guy like Deion Walker, and then another 10 spots after that.
Yeah, I'll do Nolan. Yeah, I'll do Nolan.
Walter Nolan, okay.
Yeah, because if drop that too much, that's too much of a drop for right now, and you need somebody for the defensive line.
All right, so let's go ahead and go back. We got Jaden Barwin from Texas. He's a safety at 32. We got Xavier Watts again as safety, Notre Dame, and then you got Shamar Stewart, edge at 38. And then at 39, you got Omarion Hampton, running back. And you still got Josh Cornerly there at Oregon for offensive tackle there, by the way. And Wyatt Millam's available, guard from West Virginia. Now, I will tell you this. Let me share this with you. There's another guy that a lot of people like, Marcus Membo from Purdue and Emory Jones from LSU. Those guys are still available also, just so you know.
Emory Jones sounds good.
And also Donovan Jackson from Ohio State is available from Ohio State. Donovan Jackson.
Donovan Jackson.
What's that?
I don't know why. The tackle was a guard.
The Donovan Jackson, Ohio State, he's a guard, yeah.
I'll take, because I got the tackle first. I'll go guard Donovan Jackson.
So far, you've got Will Campbell, who's interchangeable. A lot of people see him going to guard, and then because of his short arms at LSU.
Oh, yeah.
Walter Nolan, defensive tackle, Ole Miss. But you got to remember, we still got Braxton Jones on the hook for one more year. So,
yeah, but if anything happens, then we can, see about switching him out to kicking him to the outside. So that secures the interior. I got the interior and the defensive line. Now I could just bounce to the edge and all the other positions on the outside.
Yeah. So which guy are you talking about at 41? I'm sorry.
It was Jackson from Ohio State.
Donovan Jackson from Ohio State?
Yeah.
Okay. He's you got him. So now our next pick is at 72.
Okay, so who do I have there? Because once again, once I get to a certain point in the draft, I'm just looking at what you got up there, because a lot of boards don't really tell you where this guys are ready to go.
No, you're good. And you know what? A lot of times in these boards, they're off by a little bit, and then you go back, you're like, oh, there's still room, and then there's not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We got over 101 in the building. Most of it is from XApp, and then we've got some at YouTube, and then one just fell off with Debbie Tuttle. She's in Facebook land. So thank you guys for everybody showing up and showing out, man. This has been a good mock draft. I appreciate you guys so much hanging out with you guys. You guys are awesome. And yeah, man, everything's looking good over here for sure.
All right.
Let's see who we got. Let's go back.
Wait, 70? No, we're not going to do that. No, we're just going to just go straight. No trades. Just
got
straight.
Caleb Johnson available at 51, and we're at 72. So he's actually fell 21 spots to us. So that would be a steal of the draft right there if you grab Caleb Johnson, running back out of Iowa, at 72 when he was projected to go at 51. Unless there's another position that you're looking at, you got Jaden Higgins, wide receiver at Iowa State, but then that's 72 at 72, so you'd still be good there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You could pick a running back later. You don't have to pick him now.
Oh yeah, I got a different running back in mind. because
Okay.
I've actually seen him play. Hopefully, by the time I get there, he doesn't drop too low. Let me see the edges because I haven't approached the edge yet.
Okay. So you got Jaden Harvey out of Ole Miss, Ashton Gillett out of Louisville, Josiah Stewart out of Michigan. I actually like Josiah Stewart, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too.
And then Braden Swinson out of LSU.
Yeah, I'll go Stewart.
6 foot, 248, explosiveness. He is a little light
He's on the
for
short side though.
huh?
He's on the short side, but you know what? What's the
Braden Swinson's about the same thing, but he's 6'4".
all right?
Let's see what Jared Ivey from Ole Miss looks like.
Yeah.
6'5", 283. I do like that. Long arms, 6'5", 283. He can win in through inside and outside shoulder with a bevy of proactive rush moves. I like that.
We'll go to. I'll go because Ivy has versatility. You can put him over the guard and the tackle. I'll go with Ivy. The other
They do
guys,
say that
it was a size thing.
they do say that his heavy feet limits his ceiling, but I don't. I think that Dennis Allen could
No, I
work on
doubt
that.
That's just. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you said go ahead and go with Ivy, brother.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Jared Ivey, it is, bro. Good job, man. Good draft so far. You got a offensive tackle, a defensive tackle, a guard, and an edge, man. You're definitely killing it on these trenches, man.
Hey, that's where the game is won and lost.
I
That's
agree.
why
I agree.
I'm attacking the trenches so much.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go skills, like more skills than anything.
Running back or receiver, probably, right?
Running back or safety.
They just took Scatabo.
Yeah, I kind of saw that going. It's right, probably around the 4th or 5th round right now. Yeah.
4th round, yeah. Next pick's at 149. We're about 115 right now. Ooh, Josiah fell pretty far. I feel good about us getting ours there. Doing good, buddy. Keep up the good work, man.
Wonder if he's gonna go. I don't know if he's gonna stay on the board this long, to be honest.
How's everybody doing out in the chat? We still got over 101 in the building. Make sure you share these video, guys. Share this video with everybody. Let's grow this community, guys. You guys have been awesome. Such a great show. You guys have been great.
All right. So I wanted to see how the running backs are looking and how the safeties are looking.
All right. So at the top, we've got Malachi Moore from safety out of Alabama. I really like him. And he's actually projected to go at 145, and we're at 149 right now.
See, Malachi Moore has a talent. My thing is character. There's a lot of things. There's things he did that I didn't like in his Alabama with Alabama last year. What about the running back position?
We still do have. Hey, listen. We still do have Damian Martinez available.
Nah, I'm gonna go different from that. I'll go Malachi Moore because Damian Martinez is an impressive running back, but there's another one I feel like that is probably kind of slept on just because of the fact that school wasn't that successful, and he kind of had some little naggy injuries here and there, but the talent's there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll save that for when I
You know
feel
who
it's
I
gonna
like?
be.
You know who I like? And this is way in 516, Marcus Yarns from Delaware. And the reason why I say that is because at the Senior Bowl, listen, look at this guy's size. And they actually have a full scouting report on him. They basically, Jim Miller, you know, our co-host from SiriusXM Radio, former Chicago Bear quarterback, he said that this dude reminds him of freaking that running back from the Saints.
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a really nice guy to be compared to. And that's at 500, so I'm not even worried. You could get a guy like that probably undrafted, maybe, you know.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm interested to see who you like, man. It's going to be exciting. I love looking at new options, the possibilities. Like Brandon, our other Brandon on the show, he said that the possibilities are endless with the mock drafts. So,
All right.
So you said Malachi Moore, right?
Yeah, I said grab Malachi Moore.
All right. So now
All
our
right.
next pick is at 204. So far, here are our picks, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. We got Will Campbell, tackle LSU, Walter Nolan, defensive tackle, Ole Miss, Donovan Jackson, guard, Ohio State, Jared Ivey, edge, Ole Miss, and Malachi Moore, safety out of Alabama.
All right. Now I got to see if he's available.
I guess today is hey, you know what? Hold on a second. I got to fact check this before I put it out on the. Today is Khalil Mack's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy? We did a show about him.
On the day that's crazy.
That is so crazy, guys. So now he's 34. 106 in the building. Let's do it. Let's do the pleasantry for him really quick, guys. Let's do the pleasantry. Let's get it out there. Let's put him up. There he is. Happy birthday, Khalil Mack. All right, let's get back to this. All right, what are you looking at, brother?
All right. How many more picks I got? Like 2?
Yeah, the next pick is 235. So you got this one in 235.
Okay. Let me see. Running back.
Running back?
I hope he's there.
Delvin Neal, Kansas. LaQuint Allen, Syracuse. Trevor Etienne, Georgia. Ja'Cory Krosky, Merritt, Arizona. Jaquindran Jackson, Arkansas. Donovan Edwards, Michigan.
Those are the only ones that are left?
Yeah, that's who you got from 202 to all the way down to 271.
Oh, that means
he
got snagged.
Who was it?
Bashul Tootin, Virginia Tech.
Tootin?
Mm-hmm. At one point in the season before injury, he led the FBS in broken tackles per rush. He has contact balance, quick feet, speed. Yeah, dude shows it all.
Wait, hold on.
Virginia Tech wasn't good.
He might still be available. Hold on, let me see. He might
usually in those last 2 picks, you want to grab a guy that you think can,
Yeah, I don't see him, buddy.
Yeah, he got grabbed, or he just not. He probably didn't get I don't know if he got a invite to the combine, but
yeah, I don't see him on the board either way. But I might be overlooking him. So,
right, so what do we have right now?
For what? Running back?
I'll go Devin Neal.
Devin Neal?
Yeah.
For the folks out there, he's 5'10", 220, exciting, well-rounded running back with a natural feel of the game, thrives at wide zone scheme, which we like, showing patience and vision to maximize opportunities. While he benefits from a spread offense, his true strength lies in his versatility, capable of handling 3-down duties, picking up blitzes, and even running routes. I like this dude. Good football IQ makes him a dynamic weapon in any backfield. Good selection, bud. Wow. Man, that might be the steal of the draft for us, buddy.
I'll take a bow right after if you don't mind. All right, I got one more pick left.
That's it, buddy.
Well, that's it. No more.
No, I said that's it, buddy. You did great.
Yeah.
Let me see something here. Let me see something.
Oh, I
here.
got one right there.
Oh, 242. Yeah, you got another one after.
Okay. Let me see wide receiver tight ends.
Tyreek Stevenson trade. What? This is a rumor. It's not confirmed. I'm just looking at some shows that came out. Replacing Braxton Jones with a top 25. The Bears are making strong links to Kelvin Banks Jr. Huh.
That's
So is this a Braxton Jones going to be a trade? Get him for out of a trade or something? Or just keep him and then sign him? Crazy. All right. So anyways, where are we at, brother? What do you want?
I got what's the receivers looking like?
Well, oh yeah, we didn't get.
I didn't get
Elijah
one.
Badger from Florida. Elijah Badger, Florida. Andrew Armstrong, Arkansas. Keandre Lambert, Auburn. Efton Chisholm, Eastern Washington. Jalen Lane, Virginia Tech. Will Shepard, Colorado. Zachary Franklin, Illinois. Arian Smith, Georgia.
I'll go with Jalen Lane, Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
5'9", 191. You like those little guys. I like it. Let's go.
I mean, because with the two guys we got now, their best things is on the outside. They're at their best on the outside.
I'm not mad at it. Mad at it.
I need that slot guy, man.
Let's go. Let's go, buddy. You're having a great draft, man.
I got another pick. Okay.
Still got another pick, buddy. Still got another pick.
I'll go linebacker here.
Go linebacker?
Yeah. Linebacker usually be the special teams guy.
You got Nicholas Martin, Oklahoma State, Jackson Woodward, UNLV, Aaron Smith, South Carolina State, Jamorian Wilson, Central Arkansas, Carson Bruner, Washington, Tyrone Powell, Rutgers, Jaleel Walker, Indiana, Jalen McLeod, Auburn, and David Chibinda, Texas. No, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'll go with the guy from SC State. I'm just gonna pick it because SC State. We'll see what it is. Let me see the draft profile before you make the pick. Hold on, because I don't
6 foot 226. That's it.
That sounds like a tweener. 6'2", 226 sounds like a tweener between a linebacker and a safety when you think about it. But yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay. Got him.
The last pick we have, right?
Yeah, good job, buddy. Yep. So we'll recap here in a little bit and then close out. Probably have a show later on tonight because there's a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. I can't believe it, man. It's crazy. So at the top, we got Will Campbell, offensive tackle, LSU, Walter Nolan, defensive tackle, Ole Miss, Donovan Jackson, guard, Ohio State, Jared Ivey, edge, Ole Miss, Malachi Moore, safety, Alabama, Devin Neal, who's probably one of my favorites in the draft, Kansas, running back, Kansas, Jalen Lane, wide receiver, Virginia Tech, and Aaron Smith, linebacker, South Carolina State. All right, man. Good job, man. Good job.
All right.
Yeah, solid draft there, buddy. How do you feel about it?
I feel confident in it. There's flexibility. You can move some pieces around and fill in the holes that we have as far as the team's concerned. The only thing with my Malachi Moore one was the fact that how he was like when it came to plays not going his way last year. That was the only thing. I also look at character too. Like how you win is also how you lose. You gotta be professional to some degree. But other than that, I'm pretty I'm pretty positive about how everything went. Even those
Yeah.
last two picks.
Yeah. Yeah. Those were pretty good, man. Good job. All right, buddy. Hey, well, have a good Saturday. Have a good time with your family, and keep being great on the show, man. You're amazing. You're a blessing. I'm glad we added you, and I'm glad you were able to, carve out some time for us this morning, brother.
Hey man, anytime I get to talk football and I got some moments to myself, got an hour or two, whatever it may be. Hey, I'd rather be on here to do that every time, any day of the week.
All right, buddy. Have a good one, man. Everybody, thanks for showing up and showing out. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And Chi-Town up, bear down.